Comm 160 students. This is the second video I'm making for you. It is a follow-up to the first video that I emailed you last week. So if you haven't yet watched that video, please watch it first. The first video shows you how to go to our class section from your Angel homepage. How to click on that. It takes you to our course web space. How you navigate our course web space. Find your reading for the week, find the syllabus, find the assignments, and then how to get back to Angel. The course web space will automatically bring you back to the lessons tab on our Angel space here. You see we're in the lessons tab, and this is where all of your assignments will be. So I'm going to walk you through as if you hadn't done an assignment yet, because we do have a few students who just entered the course right before the ad deadline for Penn State. So if you haven't yet done that, you come up here and you have to figure out what group you're in. That's the first thing you do. So you come up here, download the sentence team assignments document, and bring that up. Now, I'm not on here since I'm the instructor, but I'm going to see if another Heather is on here. So I just hit Command F. Basically, that brings you to the search the document. So I'm going to look in for Heather, and we do have a Heather right here. So if you just scroll up a little bit, sentence team 4. So Heather, you and I are on sentence team 4. So then you just go back here back to the lessons tab, back to this whole place. And then each week you have 2 assignments, 2 graded assignments you have to do. So I'm going to jump in here to Unit 2 since that's the unit we're currently on. So this up here, this is extra reading, different things. But the 2 graded assignments are always the 2 at the bottom of the list right here. Your quiz and your sentence and peer review discussion forum. So first you just go to your quiz. You will have 2 attempts. The reason you have 2 attempts is if in some case your internet, times out for a minute or something happens to mess up your first attempt, you still have a second one. That being said, since I do have it up there, if people do take it twice, that's fine. If you take it twice, your highest score will be counted. But just so you know, the purpose of this is if, in fact, something happens with your first time, you won't have to email me to open it back up. You will still have your attempt for the week. So all you do now is click the Begin Now button, and it's time limited. Please pay attention. So in the time in the upper right hand corner. So you can't start this and realize you have to go do something, run to a meeting, go meet a friend, that sort of thing, and come back. This is your one attempt once you hit continue and you start. So just know that once you have to do it all in one sitting because it is timed. So after you go through and take your quiz, you'll just come back here to the main lessons tab and go back into the unit. And then you do your second graded assignment for the week, and that's the sentences and peer review discussion forum. So you enter the folder, and you'll see here that there's 12 different discussion forums. That's because with the amount of students we have in the class, everybody is assigned a group. And at the beginning of this video, I looked up Heather in group 4. So Heather's in group 4. So Heather and I are going to go in here to group 4. And we're here in group 4, and you can see that that everybody's has been posting here. So Heather's going to do, a new assignment. Now you'll see there's usually a new post button right here. And if it doesn't show up, I'm in Safari right now. And occasionally in Safari that doesn't show up, but you can still just click there to write your new post. The majority of the time it does show up. But if you're having trouble with that, you could try to email me and I can help you, but that's pretty much what I'm going to be able to tell you is sometimes with Safari there's a couple hiccups. But you can also call the Angel Help Desk if that's not working for you. But you see here in the directions, you have directions. You're supposed to write 2 sentences. Directions will be similar to this each week. It'll just be based upon the lesson that we're having that week. So you go up here, you can title your post, maybe your name, Unit 2 sentences, whatever. You type in here, you type in there, you write your sentences, and then you submit. Once you submit, you're going to be back it will show up here in the bottom. It will be your post. I can see a lot of people have already posted for this week. After you do your post, you're going to just come in here to a classmate's post. You're going to read through it, and you're just going to reply and say, give feedback. I want more feedback than just, good job, nice job this week, but I want you to actually put a little bit of time and thought into it. So, I really like this sentence. I like what you did with this. You could also have added this to it. Good, great job, there. And this is how you could even use the lesson we learned this week further. Or you could combine this lesson with a lesson we learned last week and make this sentence. So I want there to be some constructive feedback, not just, thumbs up, good job, high five. Or if there's something, maybe the student was a little confused and got something mixed up and it wasn't in line with the lesson we learned this week, you could say, this is a really nice attempt, but I think that this sentence would probably be even better than the sentence you wrote, or this part of your sentence I believe was actually incorrect, and here's the correct way to do it. So that's how you do constructive feedback. So this assignment, the sentences and peer review discussion forum assignment, you get half credit for doing your post, and you get half credit for doing the peer review, the feedback. Now this is a pass fail all 13 weeks, so as long as you do it, you get credit. However, I will be going over it I will be randomly picking one group each week and hand grading them. So that week will be worth an additional 20 points for you. You won't know when it is, but whenever I do get to your group, it's worth an extra 20 points. And I will read through it, see how you do, if your sentences are correct, if you put a lot of effort and did do the constructive feedback, or if you didn't, then you will lose points for that. So anyway, that's the two. Back here to the lessons page, those are the two things that you do each week. And there's new ones in each lesson. So here in academic integrity, here's at the bottom here, your assessment, your sentences and peer review discussion forum. And then if you go back the next week, unit 2, you go in assessment, discussion forum. So you just go through each week, whatever unit we're on that week, you enter that unit's folder and do those 2 graded assignments. And that's, other than if it's a week when we have a midterm and final, that's all you have to do each week. Do the readings, check out the lesson, and then get in there and just complete those. Some students have posted in the chat room. I'm not sure where the confusion went there. The chat room is not for any assignments whatsoever. I will not see them. I will not be able to grade them, so you will not be submitting assignments in the chat room. The only reason the chat room's there is if you want to reach out to some classmates and talk to them. I thought that would be a nice opportunity since you don't have the ability to meet classmates in a face-to-face classroom setting. So no assignments there. You can ask each other questions, whether it's about the class or about anything else, and that's chat room is all it really is, just to chat. Again, no assignments there. So please look through this, walk through it step by step if you're having trouble. And if you have any questions beyond that, please email me anytime, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.